Welcome to Movie Magic 96, your one-stop shop for all things movies. From reviews to unboxings and collections, I'm here to celebrate the magic of cinema. Now, let's roll the film. Today we're reviewing a movie I've been watching for over 20 years, a film starring my favorite rapper and one where I can recite the entire final rap battle by heart. That film is 8 Mile. So, let's get started. 8 Mile was released in 2002, right at the peak of Eminem's popularity. My personal favorite album of his, The Eminem Show, also dropped that same year, and fans were excited to see a more vulnerable, dramatic side of an artist who keeps a lot of himself private. The film was directed by Curtis Hanson, best known for LA Confidential, and it became a massive box office hit, earning $242 million worldwide on a $41 million budget. The movie stars Eminem as Jimmy Smith Jr., aka B-Rabbit, Kim Basinger as his mother, Stephanie Smith, Mekhi Phifer as Future, Brittany Murphy as Alex, Anthony Mackie as Papa Doc, Omar Benson Miller as Soul George, and Michael Shannon as Greg. Plus, we get some great cameos from rappers and Detroit locals. The movie opens with Shook Ones Part 2 by Mobb Deep, which is a perfect setup for the competitive rap battle, and it pays off beautifully in the final showdown. The first battle rapper we see on stage is Papa Doc, immediately establishing him as the main rival, not just to B-Rabbit, but to everyone at the shelter. This was Anthony Mackie's first film role, and it's wild to see how far he's come since then. It's also great seeing Eminem's real-life best friend, Proof, playing Lil Tick in Rabbit's first battle. The world lost Proof way too soon at just 32 years old. One of the smartest choices the movie makes is how it introduces Lose Yourself. Instead of dropping it all at once, the film sprinkles pieces of the melody throughout, often just piano or guitar notes slightly off-key. You can hear it when Rabbit rides the bus after his first battle, and it builds tension perfectly. At the time, my friends and I all wanted to be Eminem. We wore gray beanies, hoodies, and over-the-ear headphones around our necks. He was the definition of cool. Watching him flip the middle finger and stick his thumb out is something I absolutely picked up and still do to this day. The film does a great job showing the harsh reality of Rabbit's world, especially when he's looking out the bus window at the poverty and decay of Detroit. It's hard not to feel for people born into that situation. Cheddar Bob provides great comic relief and helps ease the tension. Scenes like the group driving around shooting paintballs instantly takes me back to the dumb stuff we did as teenagers. One of my favorite lines is Bob saying, "Papa Doc had one," when responding to Jimmy about why he had a gun. People also forget how strong the soundtrack is beyond Eminem. Juicy by Notorious B.I.G., Sweet Home Alabama by Leonard Skinner, Insane in the Brain by Cypress Hill, and Feel Me Flow Naughty by Nature all feature in the film. Brittany Murphy absolutely commands the screen. Her delivery of lines like, "I hear you're a real dope rapper," while hopping onto Jimmy's trunk is pure charisma. The final battle is iconic, and while Rabbit's verse is obviously legendary, I've always loved this line in the battle prior. My motto, fuck lotto, I'll get the 7 digits from your mother for $1 tomorrow. And of course, Lose Yourself became the first hip-hop song ever to win the Academy Award for Best Original Song. Since 8 Mile is loosely based on Eminem's life, it's hard to know what's fully accurate. Lily, Jamie's little sister, is not a direct stand-in for Haley, but clearly inspired by Eminem's love for his daughter. Her age is rightfully adjusted for emotional impact. Alex is loosely inspired by Kim, Eminem's ex-wife. Future is heavily based on Proof, showing the supportive role he played in Eminem's early career. Soul George is also inspired by Bizarre, a member of D12, though not officially confirmed. There's a powerful scene where Jimmy and his friends burn down a vacant house after hearing about a grape that took place there. It always reminds me of Eminem's lyrics from Forget About Dre. When the cops came through, me and Dre stood next to a burnt-down house with a can full of gas and a handful of matches and still weren't found out. The film also doesn't shy away from Rabbit's toxic relationship with his mother, which mirrors Eminem's strained real-life relationship. During this period, Eminem was actually arrested for shooting paintballs at people, assaulted a man who was kissing Kim, similar to what happened with Wink and Alex in the film, and he struggled with prescription drug addiction worsened by the exhausting film schedule. There were also rumors that Eminem and Brittany Murphy briefly dated during production, though neither ever fully confirmed it. I honestly don't have much I'd change about 8 Mile. Between Eminem's raw performance, the authenticity, and Lose Yourself being one of the greatest movie songs of all time, I'm giving the film a 4 out of 5. The disc features a native 4K transfer with HDR10, but no Dolby Vision. Audio options include DTS-X and DTS HD Master Audio 7.1. The movie's muted color palette and heavy nighttime scenes mean nothing really pops, but HDR does a great job defining shadow detail, especially noticeable in the early bathroom scene with its greenish tint. I don't currently have a DTS-X setup, so I listened to the 7.1 track and it still sounded excellent. The music is obviously the standout, but scenes like Jimmy working at the factory also have great environmental sound. Unfortunately, there are no new special features. While it's not a reference quality level, it's still a solid upgrade over the old Blu-ray. I'm giving the 4K release a 3 out of 5. All right, so right here we have the 4K version on the right and the Blu-ray version on the left, and I'm just going to show both so you can compare them. So on the right we have the 20th anniversary slipcover edition, and the only other way you can own the film on 4K is a 20th anniversary Groove exclusive steelbook. That steelbook has a side profile of Jimmy wearing his beanie, his hoodie, and his headphones. So as you can see on the front, we basically have the same theatrical artwork. Spine is the same with the logo. Backs are a little bit different. We do have Jimmy and Alex on the right. We'll go ahead and open up both of them. So we've got a flyer there, and we've got the Blu-ray, and then right here we've got the 4K, which looks a little bit similar to the Blu-ray. And then we have the Blu-ray. Now I did look up before I filmed this, but this Blu-ray, even though the images are different, this is the same Blu-ray, so you don't get a new Blu-ray on the 4K, which is unfortunate. All right, when we put in the 4K disc, we can hear some of that ending rap battle that Jimmy is rapping. When we go to the right, we have chapters. Pretty standard, just popping up on the right side. Then we go to setup. We have that English DTS:X track, French, Spanish, and more. And then these same 3 bonus features are also on the Blu-ray disc if you wanted to watch that as well. The making of 8 Mile, exclusive rap battles uncensored, and the Superman music video uncensored. What are your thoughts on 8 Mile? Let me know in the comments below. I also wanted to give a shout out to Dave, aka DPG182006 on Instagram and Collector Movie Man on YouTube, a good friend of the channel who sent me this 4K for my birthday, my first gift ever from a fellow YouTuber. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You can also follow me on Instagram at MovieMagic1996. Thanks so much for everything, and go watch 8 Mile today.